There's one. Oh gosh, it's a big one. It's a big one.
Oh, no way. He's got another one.
Oh, it's a big one. Oh gosh.
What's going on, folks? Welcome back to 200 Ponds, my series here on the channel where I fish, you guessed it, 200 different ponds. If you missed the 100 Pond series, I will have it linked down in the video description. Now, we are still in Southeast Texas fishing quite a different pond than Pond 103, but still hopefully teach you guys stuff and catch some big bass. I got some kind of funky lures today. It's Friday when I'm filming this. It is Funky Fishing Friday. I'm excited to get down to pond number 104. Now, before we get to conditions, I want to make one cast before we get too close to the bank here. If I've learned anything from Thai Pig Patrol, a cat, I think it was a catfish. It's to fish these little retaining wall things. Ah, gotcha. So conditions we have for today's pond. Looks like water clarity is pretty dang clear. When the sun is low, it's hard to tell quite what the water clarity is, but right now I can see over a foot, so maybe it's more than that. I don't feel any aquatic vegetation in this pond. As you can see, your standard neighborhood pond, but what's different about it is it's covered, my chest mount can see this here, it's covered in I hesitate to say a retaining wall, it's more like a retaining slope, and then it drops off at a 90-degree angle, kind of around the entire pond. So it remains to be seen if the fish are gonna be out in the middle, or are they gonna be right on that retaining wall edge. The weather today is perfect. I love this lighting. It is cloudy with a little bit of sun poking through the clouds. I've got, as far as lures go, this swim bait right here, my favorite little pond hopping swim bait. Lure number 2 is a KBD Sexy Dog Junior. I'm just gonna make like one cast per area that I stop with the camera, kind of paralleling the retaining wall. And if I don't catch one, I'll go to something else. And that something else lure, like I said, it's Funky Fishing Friday, is a free rig with the G-Crack Emo Kamushi. Taylor, you focusing on that thing there? It is a crazy little Japanese lure. I'm fishing on a free rig, so hopefully the weight falls down, and this thing, whatever the heck it represents, falls down after that. Strike King doesn't even make any competing lure to this, so I'm good to go to throw the Emo Kamushi. It's crazy. Alton Jr. showed me this thing years ago. My best friend on the Bass Pro Tour. He's sponsored by G-Crack, and so I thought, you know what? On a brand new pond, maybe they need some finesse, and I've had enough of the drop shot, had enough of the shaky head and the wacky rig. I want to throw something a little bit crazier, so why not? So without further ado, I'm gonna grab the camera, spin it around on Taylor for Taylor Cam, 2 episodes in a row. Go catch some fish, buddy.
Don't get them.
Now, I've talked before about corners in ponds and how you want to take advantage of fishing around corners. So here you can tell we have a straight line and then a straight line making a corner. Now, I made some casts here to this corner and didn't get a bite, but that's not the only way to fish corners. The next way is to use the corner to your advantage to fish as parallel as you can in either direction. So I'm gonna make a total parallel cast down this bank right here, maybe 2 or 3 of them, and then I'll move over to this side and make some parallel casts down this way. And if these fish are sitting up against, again, when the sun gets higher, I'll show y'all a better view of this, against the total edge of this retaining wall where it drops off, it's gonna be really crucial to get a total parallel cast as close as I can to it. Looks like we have some aquatic vegetation on my swim bait. There we go. I like that. I wish it was a little taller, so maybe a frog would play, but I like to see that it's not just like flat bottom. Seeing the size and the water clarity and the grass, this could be a really healthy pond.
Well, I'm starting with a drop shot. This water is crystal clear, and it feels like there's a little bit of grass down there on the bottom, so I'm just gonna try this for a little bit, switch back and forth, just try to cover some water.
First cast to the fountain, because always cast at the fountain. Dang it. No. Also, always get stuck on the fountain. That's what I say. And at this point, I've probably dug my hook into the cable or rope that's connecting the fountain to the bottom. Bye-bye. The fountain claims its first soldier. I'm gonna get another one. I didn't buy that many of these. All right, buddy. Maybe we should not cast this second one at any fountains. Oh, that looks good though in the water. Totally different color. This is a bass pattern, but it could work. I still want to cast out the fountain though with the free rig. I'm just not going to cast to that side because I know that's where the rope is now. I don't like how the sun's been hitting this bank already. I'm gonna go all the way over there into the shade. I'm really not thinking top water is the play. Even though the weather would make you think it is, you know, partly cloudy, just a little bit of wind, clear water, fall time, but I'm not getting that vibe. Well, surprisingly, no bites yet for me. Let's check in on Taylor Cam.
Oh my gosh, that's a pretty big one right there. You came out of nowhere. There we go. Sweet. Skinny guy though. But I snapped it out of a little bit of grass. And he came out of nowhere. I'm just gonna leave my drop shot back here. He was right on the wall too, like right on the wall. So I'm just basically paralleling the wall, and I'm gonna keep trying it, and we'll see if it turns into a pattern. I think he came out of all these roots. There's another one. There we go. The root pattern. Oh wow, that's a pretty good one. Holy smokes. Look at that one. There we go. Skinny, really skinny. I don't know if y'all can see this, but there's these roots here coming from this tree, and I made the same cast because this is the only cover other than the wall, along the wall. So it makes sense that they'd be sitting here.
If I don't reel this thing fast enough, I get some grass on it, which is a good thing. I'd rather have grass than no grass, but when I do snag the grass, it basically ruins that cast. So gotta be better at keeping it higher in the column, I think. Ooh, uh-oh. I got one. I've got one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. On the free rig as I had my phone out. Get in here. Get in here. Yes, sir. Success. Pond number 104. And look at that thing. Emo Kamushi is absolutely gone. I love the free rig because the bite is designed to come when that weight separates, hits the bottom, and then this here being in an Elastec type soft plastic, it falls super slowly. And so I felt the weight hit the bottom. I'm just kind of holding it there. Donk. There's the bite. And it's not a big one, but it's a pretty one. Thank you, my friend. And more importantly, it's a success. If you're new to this series, just catching one fish at any pond is considered a successful pond, but of course, we don't want to stop there. I want to teach you guys everything I'm learning, and so far, it's that it's hot, it's that its water is really clear, and it's kind of monotonous looking. So I can't decipher where they're gonna be. That's my first cast, really out toward the middle, and it was a fish. So maybe I just got to fish slow. Let's see if Taylor's caught one.
Yo.
Yo, you caught any?
2.
You've caught 2 on what?
Roots.
What do you mean on the roots?
Tree roots.
Where the heck you find tree roots?
They've got roots that grow out underneath the rock wall and stick out a little bit.
Wow.
And I caught 2 on a big patch of roots.
The trees that are growing close to the water.
Yeah, like the cypress tree.
The cypress.
Right here, and
oh.
the other one was the cypress roots go way out.
I see one over there. Okay, it's good to know. Because I
Yep.
totally wouldn't have made a cast to the base of that tree. So that's great.
Yep.
I caught one in the middle on a free rig.
I've been throwing this drop shot. I haven't got a bite on it.
Oh, so you caught them on Thunder?
Yeah.
Okay. So they'll bite moving lures. Good to know.
All right, good luck.
Right. Wow, 2 fish to 1. And he says he caught them on the bank on some roots. And like I said, I see a cypress tree over there that probably has roots growing into the water that none of this whole area did. So I'm glad I called him because I would not have made that cast there farther away if I didn't know that's how he caught him. No top water. I feel like if I walk on this, that's a bad idea. I'm gonna go woo, banana peel myself. It is not very deep out there. I'm using the countdown method where I know how long it takes for my lure to sink 1 foot, and I start counting the second it hits the water. It sank for like 2.5 seconds. So this pond is probably a max depth of like 5-6 feet. And as I fish, I'm kind of constantly subconsciously using the countdown method. So it hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so about 6 feet out there. And by doing that, I really understand the pond a lot better, a lot quicker. Because there are simple clues you can figure out about the ponds you fish, but if you're not paying attention, you're not gonna understand. So I just try to put together topographically the map of these ponds that I fish in real time to hopefully make the best decisions cast-wise and lure-wise. So again, the countdown method, I explain it better in a kind of top 5 pond tips video. I'll leave it down below. It's an incredibly crucial tip. And you know what's also crucial? Fishing the dang roots, because Taylor caught 2 on it, and I see a tree over there, so I'm gonna boogie my way.
We just appreciate how goofy this is, bruh. Man, they don't want this stupid drop shot. I'm gonna leave it right there. There we go. There we go. Right on the wall. Right against the wall. It's a pretty good one. It's a really good one. There we go. Look at that one. Yes. Choked it. That one's a little thicker than the other two. Sweet. See you, buddy. I made a perfect parallel against the wall, like 2 inches off of it. And I haven't been doing that, so I think it's a clue. So we'll keep doing that. I need to get me another trailer. All right, we're back in business. I mean, I landed on the wall, actually, and drug it off.
Perfect cast. If there's roots, I should be going over them right now. It's gotten cloudier and cloudier, and I feel like the top water should work, but it's not. I guess since I'm here, I'll check out if there's roots. No, there's not. Well, if there's no roots off of this cypress tree, maybe it's too far from the water. I hope I run into some somewhere. I got no roots in the frame.
Y'all see all these catfish? Look at all of them. It's insane. I mean, look at all of them. Oh, there we go. Oh my, I caught one. All right, that's a cat. There's like hundreds of catfish along this bank. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Slimer. All right, see you, buddy. I knew one of them was gonna bite eventually. 3 bass and a catfish. There we go. That's a bass. There we go. Found a hot bank, folks. Bang. There we go. Thank you. They're biting pretty good over here. I don't have to, I just like to. So I can come back and catch them again. I've recognized the pattern. These fish are like on the wall. I basically have to land on the wall and drag it off to get a bite.
All right, this is crazy. I'm getting frustrated. I can't buy a bite on anything. Maybe I gotta find some actual roots. Oh, update from Taylor. 1 more 3-pounder on the wall. I'm not throwing on the wall enough. So either I need to get rid of the swim bait and throw a vibrating jig, which I wouldn't be opposed to, or I need to fish a little more targeted towards the drop off, which is where I thought they'd be anyways. I keep getting bites out there. All right. Let's keep moving, I guess. Although, you know what? This may be turning into a kind of like a funky off-the-wall Japanese lures versus traditional stuff. And so I think I'm gonna stick with what I'm throwing. I wanna catch them on cool stuff. Taylor can catch them on the normal stuff, and it's also raining. Uh-oh, okay. That is not what I want. A little drizzle never killed nobody. Okay, top water is done. I'm forcing myself to put it away and put it down. No more, Tyler. Now, one thing Taylor gets the opportunity to do when I give him the camera is fish without the big camera. So he can fish a lot faster, make a whole lot more casts. I've got to set up the tripod, make sure that the angle is good for the hook set. Now, I'm not blaming that on my lack of bites. I'm just saying it's harder because I see him over there. He's probably fished already 2/3 of the pond and I've only fished 1/3. And looking at the bank to come, I don't see any cypress trees near the water. So I think he got the only 2 or 3 on the whole pond that are growing close enough. Oh, no. Ouch. Took it free rig to the back. There was a bass there. Son of a gun. It did not feel big, but it was a bass. Ah, can't catch a break, man.
Oh my gosh. Did you see that? Holy crap. I thought I got bit right here, and I guess I did. There's one. Oh gosh, it's a big one. It's a big one.
Oh, no way. He's got another one.
Oh. Oh, it's a big one. Oh gosh. Big head, skinny body. Look at that one. Really skinny. He choked it though. There we go. Sweet, look at his head. See you, buddy. Look at the paint coming off it. I think it's from me hitting the wall, to be honest, but we'll say it's because of fish.
Goodness. I mean, good job. Happy for you. Hey, the good thing about this being TRF is it could be Tyler's Reel Fishing or Taylor's Reel Fishing. Who knows? Either way, it's real. He's just smoking me today. Oh no, oh, my foot got wet too. Gosh, I'm taking L after L today. Soaking. and muddy. Huh? Yes, please. Taylor has been so gracious to stop before the little nice looking pocket over there to let me have first crack at it. Because sometimes you just need a little boost to make you feel better. Oh. Wah, wah. One more spot. I'm gonna parallel down this bank right here. And Taylor was saying he has to be like pulling it off the bank for them to bite. So we are as close as possible. Nothing on the swim bait. A few more casts with the free rig. But you know what I've come to the conclusion of, folks? That on this fun, freaky fishing Friday, they don't want my funky lures. And that's okay. I was thinking about it. You drive on the right side of the road.
He caught nice size.
He caught some, you know, 2-3 pounders. No big ones, but.
So they stocking it on time.
What do you mean?
Stocking it like.
I don't know when they stock it. You know?
No, I'm saying they stocking it on time.
Oh yes, yeah, they are. Yeah. Have a good one, man.
Take care.
Now you may be wondering, Tyler, why didn't you switch lures? If Taylor was crushing him on something, you always on the channel talk about if your buddy's catching him, switch to what he's throwing. And he was throwing the thunder cricket and catching the snot out of him. But I decided early on, I'm gonna try funky lures and try to have fun with it. And it kind of turned into a comparison video with, you know, crazy Japanese and swim bait versus the traditional vibrating jig. And I think sometimes in ponds, it's a spot versus a lure, so the spot's more important. And other times when the whole pond basically looks the same, it's just one big retaining wall around the whole thing, sometimes the fish are in a certain mood over the other. And today I could have switched and maybe gotten a bite or two, but I said I'm just gonna see how bad he can beat me. And it was pretty bad. 5-1, and you lost one.
Yeah,
so it could have been
almost 6
to 1.
One catfish.
And one catfish. I lost pretty bad. But you know what? That's how it goes. I had fun. Taylor, you had fun? Taylor Cam had a blast as always. Hopefully you guys enjoy having him around on the channel. And if you don't, too bad, he's here. So he's not going anywhere. As always, the exact tackle I use is linked down in the video description. I'll have my entire free rig set up. Even though I didn't catch many on it, it still is an awesome lure. And my free rig masterclass video, I will have that linked down in the video description. Of course, the exact combo Taylor was throwing with the brand new Custom Pro reel. This thing is amazing. That's probably why he caught so many fish today. And the half-ounce thunder cricket that has no paint left. Can you see that? And it got no paint left on this thing, but it's still catching them. Probably throw it at the next pond. If you want to watch my last 200 ponds video, I'll have it over here in the corner, and my entire 100 pond series will be over here. My name's Tyler. As always, it's a pleasure, and we'll see y'all next time right here on 200 Ponds.